In his speech yesterday, Donald Trump pointed out that looming recession in the United States could be more devastating than the coronavirus. Such a warning made traders shift focus back towards macroeconomic information. Yesterday, market surveys revealed that business activity slumped to record lows, both in Europe and the United States. Let's watch a video calendar to find out what reports are due in the nearest days. Leading central banks are making joint efforts to cushion the global economy from the pandemic fallout. The Bank of England also came up with a wage stimulus package. At a few emergency meetings, the regulator trimmed the key policy rate to 0.10%. Citing new Governor Andrew Bailey, the interest rate has been slashed to the threshold level and it cannot be made lower. On Thursday, the Bank of England is holding a regular policy meeting. Its outcome is sure to take central stage among investors. They are interested in how the British monetary authorities assess ongoing developments, what prospects they foresee, how they updated the economic outlook, and what steps are on the agenda to improve domestic economic conditions. Answers to these questions will be the key to trading sentiment on the pound sterling. At present, the time is ripe for a correction of the sterling as the US dollar is overbought, so traders are likely to focus on positive aspects. In anticipation of the policy update from the Bank of England, traders will get to know consumer sentiment in the UK in February. This data will provide a clue to the state of affairs in the British economy and retail companies a few weeks before the quarantine was declared. Retail sales are expected to show a minor 0.2% gain. In fact, this information will be of little importance to the forex market. Besides, traders will hardly take notice of the revised data on the US economic growth for the fourth quarter. Traders will attach more importance to report on initial jobless claims. Analysts expect a sharp increase in the indicator, thus providing a surge in unemployment in the United States. The report will confirm Trump's words that the coronavirus is not as grim as recession signs. Much more people will fall prey to recession than to the coronavirus, as massive job losses and bankruptcy are more appealing than any disease. So Trump's administration is going to cancel restrictions on the US private sector by the Easter holiday, April 12. On Friday, investors will turn attention to reports on personal spending and income in the United States. Again, these reports will present data for February. In other words, it will shed light on consumer sentiment at the moment when the epidemic was about to spill over to the United States. Importantly, consumers are the driving force of the US economy. Apart from the above-set events, it would be a good idea to consider other publications. On Thursday, Germany-based analytical group GfK will provide a leading indicator on consumer climate in Germany, the largest Eurozone's economy. In the UK, the Bank of England officials will make their public remarks. Don't miss the US trade balance data, which is due during the New York trade. The economic calendar is not so loaded on Friday. The highlight of the day will be an early recount for the United States from Baker Hughes. You were watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Stichina. We wish you profitable deals.